Hello lovies, welcome to my channel. For those of you who are new, I'm Gina, aka Gina Louise. Those of you who are coming back and keep returning to watch my videos, thank you, I appreciate it. So today I'm going to take a pile of thrift store jeans and we're going to cut these into shorts and we're going to see how many designer look shorts we can make. These were all under $6. With the discount, they were like $5 each. And we're gonna cut them into shorts and make them all look like designer shorts. I hope I inspire you today. I hope I give you ideas, and I hope you cut your jeans that you don't wear anymore into cool shorts for the summer, or go thrifting and get some cheap jeans and let's make some cool shorts out of them. So let's get started.
Oh, by the way, just for giggles,
by the way, I don't edit my introduction video, so if I screw up, I leave it. I don't want to do 99 takes. I used to do that for a living, and I can't stand it. So if I screw up, I don't really care. Because eventually, you're going to see what I'm doing. Okay? So let's get started.
For this DIY, you're going to need your jeans or your shorts, some patches. You can make homemade ones, some matte spray paint, some ruffles or fabric, rubber gloves, and some Fabri-Tac glue, and whatever else you would like to embellish with. So here are an original pair of Gina Louise shorts that I did. And so technically what I am doing here is I'm hacking my own design. There's my label sewed in there. So let's get started with cutting our jeans. I took this pair, I dyed it fuchsia. If you haven't seen my fuchsia denim jacket I did with granny square sleeves, I'll leave the link to that below. Here's some pieces from the granny square blanket I used. And the other thing was this is a pillow cover. I'm going to cut the zipper off and save it. I always do that. After I do that, I am going to iron on some fusible web that I will use to iron on to my shorts. So here's my heat and bond, and one side is bumpy where the glue is and the other side is smooth. So you take the side where it is bumpy and you put it on the back of whatever it is that you're going to turn into an applique. So I'm using all the flowers and stuff on this pillow cover. So I'm ironing I call it fusible web, but it's heat and bond. And you just press it until it sticks to it. A couple seconds here, move your iron around, couple seconds there, press it down, and then after that you're going to cut them out. And it's so easy to cut the fabric out once you put the heat and bond on the back. Now I'm just cutting out the flowers and the paisleys, and I just love these colors. The pinks and purples are so pretty, and I felt they would look really pretty on the fuchsia shorts. Here are all my pretty appliques. I just love them. You will see that I do not use the flowers, but I am using them on a future DIY. But I do like these paisleys and the boho designs, and I'm going to use that. So here are my shorts. I dyed these shorts fuchsia with a past video I did when I hacked a designer denim jacket. And if you didn't see that video, I'll leave the link below. So here I am just placing my patches wherever I think they would look pretty. Here I'm lining up my original shorts, and I'm just checking to see if the length is correct because I don't want them too short for me anyway. But booty shorts are very cute if you like them. And I'm just using some lace that I cut out of a curtain, the patches, and I had a fuchsia shirt that I had bought and it never fit, and I know why it was on clearance, because it doesn't fit an adult at all. It's made for a child, I think. So it had a nice ruffle on the bottom, and I'm just cutting the ruffle off of the fuchsia shirt, and I'm going to use that ruffle for the ruffle on the bottom of my shorts. So I decided to cut these a little bit shorter because the ruffle is going to give it more length. So when I lined them up with my original shorts, I felt they were just a little too long because I kind of have a long ruffle from that blouse. I'm taking the strip that I just cut off and I am just putting it on the other leg so that I cut them even. Now the fun part, to embellish them. So I wanted this nice piece of lace right here, and what I did is I took my Fabri-Tac glue, and I usually glue the very top of it, and I press it down with wax paper. I always do that because it doesn't stick. Once I have the top secured, that's when I work my way down and glue the rest of the embellishment on. So now I'm just gluing on all the lace and I'm ironing on the patches that I created. And I'm just rearranging them and figuring out what I like best. So grab yourself a cup of tea, a cup of coffee, or a glass of wine. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the process. Now I'm just placing the ruffle that I cut off of that top where I want it to make sure it fits and goes all the way around the leg. And I'm going to take my Fabri-Tac glue and I'm just going to glue it into place. Now I'm adding on a few more details and I'm going to also glue those sweater pieces that I put on the corner of the shorts. Now it's time to pull out the fabric spray paint. I used this on another DIY that I mentioned before that I will list in the description box below. So I took the shorts outside. I pulled out a nice crochet doily. I laid it on the back of them and I spray painted over everything and they came out so cool. I love these shorts. I also spray painted half the front of the shorts, and you will see the final results at the end of this video. One of my favorite hippie things to do this year with jeans and jean shorts is to take the rod pocket part of a vintage curtain, cut it off, and I just thread it through the loops, and I use it as a belt, and it looks really cool. I also like to take round vintage tablecloths and cut the ends off and use them for belts, because when they hang, they ripple and look really, really cute, which I'll show you that in another video. DIY number 2, you're going to see my take on Daisy Dukes. So I took a pair of jeans, obviously. I cut them into shorts. I took them outside and I did the spray painting with the fabric spray paint and some crochet and made some cool designs all over it. I got some daisy ribbon trim and I got some large applique daisies. And I also took a vintage tablecloth, I cut strips of it and I ruffled it up and I made the ruffles at the bottom of the shorts. I love the way these came out, so enjoy the process. Get another cup of tea, another cup of coffee, or a glass of wine, and enjoy the process. I stuffed wax paper into the pockets when I glued on the trim onto the pocket so that I could just fold it over. And I put some river rocks on it to weigh it down. If you got something heavy laying around, just put some weight on it because you have the wax paper so it won't stick. I added crochet to the shorts, and then I took my iron-on applique daisies and I put those in the corners of the shorts. I will link the I will put the link in the description box below of where you can get those iron-on daisies. I just love them, and I put them in the corners of the shorts, as you will see shortly. Then I cut strips from a vintage round tablecloth. The first strip you see me cutting I use as a belt. As I said before, I will show you how I use them. They look so awesome because they ripple down, and curly Q because they're round. So I went in and I cut the strip from the next layer of it, and this is how I created my ruffle. I took my strip of lace and I just did a very loose basting stitch, very loose. So this way I could pull it and I could ruffle this up. And then I could add it to the bottom inside of the shorts. I am using the wax paper so that my fingers and gloves don't stick to it. And I'm using my River Rocks to weigh it down. And you're just going to go all the way around the inside of the lower leg, and you're going to do this on both sides. It's that time again in my video where I ask you to subscribe if you're enjoying this, to support my channel, and in the comment below let me know if this is a project you would like to try, and if you like these videos, of course I'd appreciate a thumbs up. I used some Dollar Tree clips to hold down the lace, and I made sure that I used the pieces of wax paper when I did that. And I ironed the daisies around the corners of the legs, so they were on the front, and then I made sure that they wrapped around to the back. When I got to the sides, I flipped them over and I flattened out the sides when I ironed it. Instead of just flipping it back and forth, I actually flattened the entire side of the jeans. Then I added a little more embellishment. I added a tiny daisy from that strip of daisy ribbon. I was cutting them off and I was gluing them in the center of the crochet circles. And now you will see the final results. Thanks for watching.